Welcome back to the Lock Around the Clock for week 14. Yes, and last week we went 4-0, baby, and I predicted games, situations, players, you name it last week. What did we start off with? The two Angry Birds, Philadelphia, and the Seahawks. Excuse me, Thursday night. Oh, I told you Marshawn Lynch was going to go into beast mode, and I told you they were going to win and cover, and they did. Ray Rice, I said on Sunday, running roughshod through Cleveland. What happened? 204 yards, best game, cover. Also, what did I say about Kansas City, the lock of the week, plus the 8? Ugly game, but hey, no matter what, whether they got that touchdown or not, they're getting 8. They covered, right? And then Monday night, we had San Diego. Anyway, we're 31-17 and 3 on the season, 65% against the spread. And we're looking this week to also go 4-0, and I got a little special something for you. But Thursday night, let's start with tonight. We got Pittsburgh versus Cleveland. Look for something here happen just the same as last week. The total in this game is 40. We're looking to go over the total. This is a game where Rashard Mendenhall will actually prove his value. If he can't get over 100 yards and 2 TDs in this game, I don't see where he's going to do it in any game. Cleveland has been horrible against the run, as I said last week, with Ray Rice. He had 204 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mendenhall should be able to produce those same stats here. And what does that set up? The play-action pass. Ben Roethlisberger's the best at it. Look at Mike Wallace to get a couple TDs. Or at least one. Anyway, look for this game to go over the 40. That's all I can say. There's nothing to say about Cleveland except for they suck. Pittsburgh should be able to do all the scoring. They'll probably get 40-something points themselves. Look for the over in tonight's Thursday night game of 40. Now, on to the 1 o'clock lock for Sunday. A little something special for you. I got a 1 o'clock parlay. Yes, parlez-vous. We are speaking French here in the quarter of Geno Palooza Productions. 1 o'clock, we've got the Jets and the Chiefs, a classic matchup. Every time I think of this matchup, though, I do think of Dennis Byrd. You remember that game way back in the 90s where he got paralyzed. It was a collision. Nothing really to talk about. Hopefully the guy's okay and alive and well still today, which I think he is. But we are looking at this game as an under. The Chiefs have got nothing left. Tom Jones, yes, he might want to seek some revenge, I guess, for a couple years ago against the Jets. Who knows? But look for them to try to run the ball because we all know Tyler Palko can't throw the ball. And he's not throwing in Revis Island this week. The Jets are at home, and the Jets should play a lockdown defense. They aren't going to put up a lot of points either because, you know, Sanchez just isn't that great of a quarterback. Sean Green should be able to run a little bit, but the Chiefs are good at defending the pass. Look for this to be a tight, slug-it-out game. 1 o'clock, there's 2 picks you got to make. This one is the under in the Jets-Chiefs 37. The second half of that parlay is the over in the 49.5 in the Minnesota-Detroit game. Yes, this game should go over and handedly. First time these two teams met, they put up about 47, 48 points. I forget the exact score. But if you remember, Minnesota got up 21-0 with Adrian Peterson, of course, in the lineup before half. And then Detroit came back in that game. Detroit hasn't done anything offensively, but now Matt Stafford has his glove off. He should be able to pass. Calvin Johnson should get his numbers here. They haven't passed in a couple weeks. They've looked horrible. This is the game where they should bounce back. Look for Stafford to go nuts in this game. Look for them to score at least 30 points against the Minnesota, who really can't stop the pass. That'll set up the run. The defense will be off the field. Dominican Sue will be out of the game, which will ease up a little bit of the pressure defensively against Minnesota, which should allow Christian Ponder to do what he's been doing very well, Percy Harvin. And look for the tight ends and Shanko to get some passes here. I think he should be able to play this game. Toby Gerhardt should do well on the ground and out of the backfield. And like I said, Minnesota has been able to put up points. They put up a lot of points against the Denver defense last week, in which they should have probably won that game. But, you know, the whole Tebow factor anyway, we don't talk about that. But look for Minnesota and Detroit to both put up big numbers to go over the 49.5. That is my 1 o'clock parlay. Under Jets Chiefs, over Detroit Minnesota. Not getting cute here, just telling you what's going to happen. 4 o'clock lock, we've got, yes, my Oakland Raiders, baby, in Green Bay. I know, and you're saying, God, they just got decimated by Miami. I know, but they always lose to Miami. I've been going to games there since 1994, Miami and the Raiders always find a way to lose there for some weird reason. Not sure what it is. Anyway, that was last week. This is this week. Charles Woodson may not be playing this game, and if he is, he's a little dinged up. Oakland's looking to get Demarius Moore back and should have Jacoby Ford for this game as well. DHB played well as of late. He's come back. He's getting targeted. But look for Oakland to keep Aaron Rodgers off the field in this game. Look for them to try to ground it out. They realize that their running game is their bread and butter. Now, McFadden most likely won't play this game, but look for Bush to carry the load and stay on the ground and get back on track. He had his worst game in 5 weeks last week, and he's been over 100, and he's had a touch at least in every game prior to that. Look for him to get back on track here. Also, Green Bay had a scare last week and definitely should have lost that game against the Giants, as there were some really bad calls there, but they had a scare. Now they're 18-0 going back to last year. They're not going to continue that. Oakland is getting 11 on the road, and Oakland has been tremendous on the road as they have covered the spread 9 times out of, I think, 11 on the road. They're getting 11 here. Look for them to cover this game. Carson Palmer seems to feel very comfortable in the cold weather and should do very well here passing against that last-ranked defensive passing defense of the Green Bay Packers, who have been giving up a ton of points and scores to quarterbacks and receivers. Look for that to continue here. Carson Palmer should bounce back and have a great game and should be able to keep up. This game, look for Oakland to cover the 11. Now, on to the 8 o'clock lock. We have the Giants at Dallas. Yes, Dallas just finding ways to lose every time, and I had the feeling that the Giants are the sure bet here. I am so sure about it. It is just a lock. I love the Giants getting the 3.5. This is a perfect game for Dallas to just implode after losing last week because they just iced their kicker. I mean, who does that, right? Jerry Jones was upset, and who knows, this week maybe they'll find a new way to lose. Maybe Jerry Jones will come onto the field and steal the ball and streak across the midfield. Who knows? But look for the Giants to bounce back. They should win this game. They definitely will cover the 3.5. It's always a tight game, and I like for Dallas to just lose this game. Giants are due to win, and they're due to cover in this game. Take the Giants and the 3.5 in this game. That is my 8 o'clock lock. Went 4-0 last week, looking to go 4-0 again this week with a parlay at 1 o'clock. So let's get it together, folks. Take it to the book, take it to the bank, and as always, until next week, you take it easy.